and you're referencing what I posted, what Eric Holt was talking about, like, I lose money. I lose money doing track and field. I don't get money doing it. I actually have a really strong opinion on all of that when athletes come out and they're like, hey, you know, I get it. Everyone wants to rally behind our athlete that is trying, that is fast and doesn't have the sponsorship, and they deserve it. But in my opinion, from, my experience of just being within track and field, working at a brand and stuff like that, I don't think the best strategy is like that underdog mentality. I don't think that's the best mentality. Like, it's good for awareness. People see who you are, whatever. But what happens when you get the sponsorship? Now everyone's like, you're in this sport. You got the sponsorship. Yes, your story is that you getting a sponsorship. Honestly, like, I feel like you should just go into those type of meetings and you're saying, hey, I lose money. I lose money, running track and field, but none of that matters. I'm here to win. If you don't want to sponsor me, you don't got to sponsor me. But I'm here to win medals. I'm here to make teams and to get medals. And if you want to be with it, you could be with it. But nothing's gonna stop me. I'm gonna keep on going for this. Like, I feel like just saying it in that way just removes you from being like, oh, I need the sponsor. I need the sponsor. Maybe you do, but actually you don't. You balling right now. I don't know. Tell me if y'all, you feel me? You feel me?
I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a little hypocritical from the guy talking about last podcast, like we want more money. And now you saying like these, like, we're talking about the biggest person, like, well, they need to get more. And now you saying now he don't need money because he running fast. Like, this man deserves money. You feel me?
I'm not saying he don't need money.
Anyway, he can.
He don't need. I'm not saying he don't need money. All I'm saying is he deserves it, right? He deserves to get paid more for what he does. I deserve to get paid more at my job. Shoot, to be honest, everyone at home working, y'all know y'all deserve it, but you gonna be good regardless. You know what I mean? Just emphasize that to them, and they be like, I feel like that just gets a better look. That gets a better look from the brand perspective. It's like, oh no, this dude's story isn't about just getting here. It's like, bro, this dude is passion and perseverance, and nothing is going to stop him. So let's give him that money to keep on that hero. Like, I'm not trying to be hypercritical.
When you watch the NBA, NFL draft, NHL draft, MLB draft,
it's not that's the NFL,
story. I know, but that's the story for 75% of the guys. I'm just trying to get here before I get my mom a house. You feel me?
You doing the wrong. If you in track and field to make money for your mama, you in the wrong sport. I'm sorry.
I realize that. But like, you can't tell me that's just being authentic. That's just being like, he ain't even want to buy his mom a house. You just want to survive. You just want to be comfortable.
He wants to win medals.
His parents' house, bro.
He's passionate about the sport. He does want to make more money. He wants to make more money. Of course, he wants to take care of himself. But what he really wants is to be the best. He's not just gonna be settled when he gets this sponsorship. What he wants is to be the best. He wants to win medals. He wants to make teams. Sponsorships, it's gonna come to me because God's gonna take care of me. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's different when you speak like that. That's all I'm saying. When you speak like that, it's like, yeah. People keep asking me every time I race, oh, I don't got a sponsor. I don't know what they're thinking or what they're doing, but I'm out here putting in work. I'm beating anyone, but I'm here not just to get a sponsorship. I'm here to win medals. And if you want to be a part of that, you can. But if you don't got to. But I'm gonna get mine. That's all I'm saying. That sounds hard. Like, I'm like, okay.
You have to like this man talk about this every single day, man.
No, I'm not saying he don't talk about it. I'm saying it's the media. It's the media that is putting it on him. The media is putting it on him. And I don't know. I hope Eric Holt the Bolt, we're big fans, and I want you to get that sponsorship for sure. But I just feel like I've seen this story so many times. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know. I just don't know how successful it's I don't know how successful that strategy has been. And I'm not saying nothing against Mr. Holt the Boat, nothing at all. But I just don't know how much that strategy is of being like, oh, that one guy where everyone in track and field is pushing for them to get a sponsorship. Like, I don't just stay focused on making the team. Just make the team, bro. Make the team, get a medal. Hey, but don't stay. My only thing is just stay present. Just stay present. That's all. That's all.
Let's go. I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Possible, always with the brother with the same mother, Aaron Potts, Super Hot Potts, and you're watching and listening to your favorite two black runners every single
Two Black Tuesday. Yes, sir. Here, baby, in the flesh, man. It's been a good week. I've been busy, bro. I've been actually super busy.
Yeah, I feel like you've been locked in. I think we should just go there. Last week, right after we released the podcast, Global Run Day, you're promoting on there. Rincon Brewery, you had your big event, bro. I seen people posting about it on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, MySpace. No, I'm just playing about those places, but LinkedIn and Instagram, I did see people posting about it. People were hyped about your Global Running Day event in Santa Barbara. Since you promoted, bro, like we want to hear about it. How did it go, bro? I heard there were some mishaps, but overall great. But how did it go?
Yeah, no, it was tough, bro. I mean, it was good. I mean, the day started off. You guys, some of you know, like I cut open my hand the morning of the event. The morning of the event, I was cleaning out my coffee, like little pot, like what you brew coffee in this glass, and I was just washing it on the inside, and it slipped out of my hands, and it ended up cutting me in between my pinky and my ring finger. Immediately, I saw how deep the cut was, and I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta get out. I gotta." Huh?
How deep was it? Like,
it was deep enough to, like, they said you could see my tissue, like my fatty tissue. Oh. And they were saying then I had to get four stitches in my hand. But fortunately, it didn't hit any nerves or tendons. So I don't have to get like surgery. I can feel everything in my finger. It was just like really a clean cut. So yeah, I'm blessed within that. And but that was happening on the morning of Global Run Day. And me and like everyone I planned this with, like I was one of the main point of contacts. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I gotta still go into the store and get this and like connect with these people. So thankfully it happened like at like 7:30 in the morning as I was just getting ready for the day. So just rushed over to urgent care and then to the, a hand surgeon guy, and they stitched me up. But outside of that, everything else was smooth. Like we had a decent amount of people, like close to like 200 or so. But I just feel Santa Barbara's a unique place. It's a beach town. It's pretty small place. It kind of has like small town vibe. So word gets out, I feel pretty easy here, especially if you've had a successful event. So I think everyone enjoyed themselves, and a lot of the run clubs or just any running groups in the city were able to come and like share their club, and people could learn more about what's going on in the community. So everyone was super stoked about it. Shout out to DJ Curly again, killed it on the ones and twos. But yeah, no, it was fun, bro. It was a great event, and great job to everybody that helped put that together. It ran very smoothly, to be honest.
Were you still able to run with like your hand? Like the doctor not say like don't sweat for like the stitching or whatever? I don't know.
Not really though. He's like, you chilling. So I ran still. You know what I'm saying? Like I ran. He just like, just don't get it wet when you shower and stuff. Like, I don't know. They weren't really that worried about it. I haven't been running as much since that, which kind of sucks because I was like kind of starting to get into a good rhythm.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, it's okay though. I still be trying to find ways I just be doing core, bro. I did like core this morning, squat. I'm at a point like where I gotta exercise, bro. Like I don't feel I've been such in the habit of like exercising, especially like in the morning. Like
Yeah.
I need it because it fuels me. Like it gets me ready. Like for the day. It like turns my mind on. Like it helps me think. So yeah, that's why any hindrance to that is tough. But um, and where I live in Santa Barbara, it's a beautiful place. Went on a hike yesterday up into the mountains and stuff. Like that's just what there is to do out there. It's just a place where you want to be active because it's just so beautiful. So it's just hard for me not to be active.
No, yeah. I'm definitely getting into that spot too, just trying to find a better routine and simply like wanting to run more. And like I think I need to like set some type of goal in my running. LA 2025, I think for sure. I'm for sure gonna do that since that's on my birthday and I'll be 25 years old, first marathon. I think definitely gotta do that. Or at least if I end up doing a marathon before then, I don't know. But just a marathon on my birthday at 25, I think that's a good idea. I think I'm cool. But besides that, I'm thinking like I was thinking the other day, I'm like running more, doing a lot of 6 mile runs and everything. And bro, I'm like, what goal should I think of? And it came to my mind, bro. I'm all like, shoot, 15 minutes in the 5K. Like last time I was in really good shape, like I was about to run at Oxy out in LA. And like this was back in 2020, bro. This was back in 2020. I was about to run at Oxy in LA. And my coach was like, dang, I think you can run like 15:15, 15:30 in the 5K. And then the world got shut down. And shoot, everything, life wasn't the same. Running was never the same after that. But I seen this past yesterday because we recorded this on Monday. Yesterday, Portland Track Festival on Sunday. Daniel Simmons went out there, ran 13:25 for a 5K. 18-year-old from American Fork, Utah, went out and did his thing, committed to BYU, broke the high school national record by 9 seconds, running at 13:25, getting eighth place in his race two against some pros. Uh, this dude runs 30:25, 18 years old. After watching that, Aaron, I'm kind of all like, I should be able to break 15 in the 5K. I'm not saying right now, don't crucify me. Don't crucify me. I know how hard that is. That's like running 70s for 12 and a half laps. Wait, 12 and a half laps? Yeah, 12 and a half laps. That's tough. That's difficult. That's super difficult. But I'm all like, if I really trained like to break 15, and if I get pretty close, like that would be lit. Like breaking 15 in the 5K, I feel like would be a major accomplishment. And since an 18-year-old could do it, I don't know. I feel like I got some confidence now, bro. Like,
I mean, bro, I'm just 15. Like it ain't crazy fast, but you gotta actually be like, you can't be
yeah.
just like going on easy runs. Like you gonna have to really be like train. You basically gonna have to train like how you were training when you were at Mount Sag and Northridge and all of that. Like you gonna have to
Yeah.
actually train.
I'm gonna have to be able to run 9:20 for 3,200.
Is that the
Like
pace? I don't even know.
I'm gonna have to be able to run something like that, like 9:20. I'm pretty sure like 9:20, 9:30 for 3,200 meters. I was adding it up, just like
I
how
mean,
that would look. It's basically like 70s. So that's what Parker. I would have to be honestly. If I was thinking about it too, I seen Parker Valby. What she ran 14:52 for the 5K. And that's when I had my doubts for a second. I was like, dang, wait, hold on. Like I would have to beat Parker Valby to break 15. Like, I don't know if I could beat Parker Valby in a 5K. That'd be difficult. But I think I could train. I think I could train to break 15. Like I
I
really
mean,
think I
when you
could.
say when you break it down like that, it's like 72s probably because it's
Yeah.
under five. Like 72s, that's not gonna be. You're gonna have the foot speed, but you're gonna have to do tempos. You're gonna have to do long runs. But you said you're gonna train for a marathon,
That's
so
that's where I'm thinking, bro. If I train to break 15 in the 5K or to get close, maybe I don't do it first. I run like 16 minutes or whatever. That's still pretty tough. Like I still have to be in shape to like run under 16, to be honest, like on a track or whatever it is. But like if I'm training for that, like I'm gonna be in marathon shape, like no doubt. Like, or at least a good enough marathon shape
you
where
gonna.
like,
I'm gonna just. I'll give you, bro. I'll just say for the marathon, bro. Just make sure you do along the long runs. Don't. I was
oh
just
yeah,
telling you
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Make
I'll
sure
be
you
ready.
do. Man, I'm gonna just
I'll be
say,
in
man,
shape
for
though.
my
If I'm training like I'm about to run a 5K, I'm gonna be ready to run a marathon. Like
hey,
I
I'm just
I
saying,
I think so.
just yeah, you'll be in shape enough to complete it. But bro, my knee been messed up, bro. Like for a minute.
Bro, my knees
Randall's
messed up too, low key.
you gotta run the long. You gotta get the time on feet, right? The marathon is different, bro. Like, hey, I got respect for that thing, bro. You really do go through something when you from mile 20. You just go through something different. It's not like any. You can't compare it to no 5K, no 10K. It's different. Your body goes through something.
Wait, what's your 5K PR? Or do you have one?
I don't have a 5K PR. I never had to run it, to be honest.
Bro, let's break 15 the 5K together, bro.
I could do it. I think I can break 15. Yeah, I haven't been 100% healthy since the marathon. And then that last week was like my week to like, oh, I'm gonna start testing my knee. And I hurt my hand. And I was like, dang. So I'd be down. I mean, I think I could, yeah, if I'm training, could I have broken? I think breaking 15 is harder than breaking five. Like five is pretty easy.
Oh yeah,
Fif-
for sure, bro. For sure.
15, but like, I mean, what is that? That's you gotta run
I think
250.
15's probably more equivalent to like breaking like 420. I
I
haven't
think if
broke
I'm in a race,
420,
I
but
don't know. I feel like 15 is easier than 420. I don't know. But I think if I was in a race when I was training for this marathon, even though I didn't train that hard, I think I would have been around like when I was in that shape, I probably could have ran close to sub 15 because I was able to do like K repeats all around like 305 or whatever, not that much rest. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So like, and then you in a race, you get pushed, but I mean, I could be down. Give me some time. Hopefully, very soon, I'll be not hurt and I can start training to do fun stuff again.
We'll see. We'll see. My focus right now, I'm taking baby steps. I'm definitely thinking big picture, but my focus right now is all like, let me just get consistent 30-mile weeks. Let me get consistent 30-mile weeks. And
That's
then
easy, bro.
sometimes it ain't easy, bro. Let me
What
get
else you got to
that.
do? Just wake up and run. Just wake up and run 4 miles.
Shoot, last week I was trying to run. You feel me? I was consistent 3 days. I ran 6, 4, 6, and then on Thursday, bro, my knee was just like that's the knee I tore my meniscus on. I could barely run. I was like after like 800 meters, I was like, bro, it's not even worth it for it to warm up. Like I ain't that serious. You feel me? Like if I was competing, I would have just kept on running and then probably would have warmed up. But I'm like, it's cool. So if that keeps on happening, I may need to do some more strengthening, or like I'm just gonna have to I don't know. I may just have to take some days off or cross train or I'm just have to get surgery on my meniscus. We'll see though. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how it works out. But I didn't want to talk about some running news too. I know we're kind of just chatting it up for a second, but let's talk about this. You want to go to New York Grand Prix? Let's go to New York Grand Prix because I think that was probably one of the weirdest things we ever seen at New York Grand Prix when Fred Curley walked away from the 100 meters. Did you watch New York Grand Prix yesterday, Eric? Or was that
No, I didn't get to watch it. Well, it was on Peacock or something.
Yeah, I was on Peacock and NBC, so I wouldn't watch it live, but I got home, started watching it, and before I watched this, I seen on like Citius Mag, I think I was first place that I seen it talking about how this guy like switched shoes and everything, like switch. He was wearing Nike Pumas instead of with A6 gears, and A6 released a statement saying that they parted ways with Fred Curley, all that type of stuff. And I'm all like, whoa, what's going on? Then I watched the actual race, the 100-meter race that he was scheduled in, and bruh, like it took for that 100-meter race to start. They had like a false start the first time. After the false start, it probably took about like 15 to 20 minutes just for them to actually start, bro.
Oh,
Like,
I see that the replay on YouTube. It only shows like when Fred falls started. So did they go to commercial break within this 15-minute span?
no, they
Did it
didn't
take
go
that
to commercial
long?
break. They
That's
didn't go.
crazy.
Like he just and then he didn't even false start. Like they didn't even classify it as a false start. He honestly just walked off. I don't think he got like DQ'd because they were gonna let him run, but because the blocks kept on slipping, I think they were giving him like an exception. And it happened the same thing in the 200. Joseph Ambule's blocks slipped and they had to restart the gun and they let him. They were waiting like for like 7 minutes or something like that. Then they ran. Then they finally raced again. Noah Lyles thankfully still ran a really good time, I believe 19.7. But
19-7.
like
We're
Fred
rolling.
Curley was just like, uh, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate he wasn't able like to get that 100 in after like scratching. He scratched Oslo and the Stockholm Diamond League meet and was only able to run in China those two meets in the 100, and he didn't run that well, to be honest. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he performs at the trial. Just overall, just a very bizarre situation at New York Grand Prix for those events.
No, thanks for giving more context there. Because, like, if you, maybe some people listening to this too will agree with me. I'm someone didn't watch the meet live. I saw the post on Sidious Mag, and then I saw the interview, and I'm like, "Yo, Fred, what's good, bro? Like, you showing up to the meet with an A6 top on and Puma spikes. You slipping out the spike. You false starting, and then you saying you didn't false start. You confused. Like I'm just like, yo, you good? Like what's going on? What's going on? But
Yeah.
like I feel like, in my opinion, because I talked to you before, I feel like the media was low key playing my boy. He was low key playing. By basically what you saying, that was a whole different. I didn't know all that.
No,
All that
yeah, bro. It
happened.
definitely. I didn't even see this tweet just now, but Fred Curley tweeted after that, high school blocks at professional meet. That's what he tweeted. The blocks did look. They looked kind of.
Nah,
I
they look dingy for sure.
They
They
didn't.
look
They didn't look like the
dingy.
professional level blocks. They didn't. They didn't. Those were the
Nah,
blocks that homeboy Christopher Morales Williams had that didn't have him. That didn't let him get the world record.
exactly.
You feel me?
A world record couldn't be set that day because of the blocks.
So like I think that was like the biggest issue. And when he walked off, I'm like, dang, this dude. Because I think I heard before that he walked off like, oh, like it makes sense now. They're just standing out there cold. There's like a -3 wind as well. Down the home stretch. I'm all like, yeah, bro. Like at that point, why would you run this race? I know.
They were bad mouthing him on the broadcast, bro. You got to go watch that though. They were
Oh
on
no,
his
Otto
head.
was low key going in on this dude. He's like, Otto, I'm like, dang, Otto was like, chill out. This dude, you can't see the block
They was on
slipping.
his head, bro.
Boston Wildcard was low key on his head too. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I was like, dang, like, and then I saw the Sidious thing, the interview. Like, I'm just saying, from that perspective, it looked like he was like messing up. And I was like, bro, like, I
I
believed
don't
him
think
when he was
he's
saying slip, but I was like, oh, it looked like he false started. Like, well, I didn't realize though it been 15 minutes to get up to that point. Like, yeah, that's ridiculous.
no, I don't think he messed up. Like, I think it just came down to like a business decision and like a lot was happening. The dude fell on his face and he was just thought like, dude, I'm not running
What am
this
I
no more.
doing?
Like, this is just taking way too long. And then after he left, it took even longer. Like the race after he left, it still took about like 4 or 5 minutes for the race to start. Like,
No, that's bad.
yeah, it took a long time. It took a really really long time. But what I also let's talk about this in New York Grand Prix, and then I want to get to the Netflix Sprint documentary. I want to talk about that for a second, and then we'll close out with NCAA's. But Sidney McLaughlin going out there running the 48.7, I believe, right under the American record at New York Grand Prix, kind of just like I wish I could have been there and like asked Sydney this question, even though we've been having to asking these questions lately about like certain like races and stuff. But just like she's definitely taking an approach this year of just like having fun, it seems like. And it seems like she's running like club, you know what I mean? Or like she seems like she's running high school and she's just running anything and everything and kind of just fitting stuff into her schedule and just like I'll run this 200 here, I'll run this 400 here, and like that's gonna come together and just into this great 400-meter hurdle race, because she's racing like for all the people saying that she doesn't race enough, like Sid McLaughlin Laroni is
He's
she's
racing a
she's here.
lot.
She's
Yeah.
racing a lot. And like she's not doing the 400-meter hurdles every single week, but that's why I think it's so cool. Like I bet she's having really fun with this season compared to even the previous, when she was mainly running those 400s.
Yeah. And yeah, it was cool. I mean, last year I got to be at this meet and I saw Sydney run the 400, and that's when I asked her like what's harder. She thinks the 400, she's like the 400 is the hardest event. Like she was like, "Dang, like that was so hard." And like this one she ran 48.75 right off of the American record, and she was disappointed that she didn't get it. Like, she has I feel like she's like walking into I feel like she's always confident, but I feel like she's almost walking into this season with even more with more confidence and being like vocal about that confidence. Like she wanted to run faster in the 200 at the Grand Prix. She wanted to be under 22 seconds at the Grand Prix. She wanted to beat Sonya Richard Ross's record in that 400. And like she's still always very humble, but we haven't really seen her like say things like this ever or in a long time. It feels like. So I'm excited to see like what are we gonna see at the Olympic trials when she's going over the barriers, because it looks like she going for like records and everything. And last year she didn't want to talk about
Yeah.
records ever.
No, yeah. She's gonna destroy the 400 hurdles. I don't think Femke's not touching her. Like, I just don't think it's possible. She's out here running 45.75 unless Femke just really really runs something crazy, but it's going to be hard to beat her. I think we forget that last time at the trials in 2021 she broke the world record in that race with Dalilah Muhammad. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, there's not going to be someone next to her this time in USA's, but I wouldn't be surprised if she breaks her own world record. You know what I mean? Like, that's definitely in the conversation of happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we had last week too. It was the Netflix Sprint documentary. The official trailer came out July 2nd, I believe, is when the Sprint documentary is coming out. People featured in it were like Marcel Jacobs, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, Noah Lyles, Gabby Thomas. I believe we heard the voice of Trayvon Bromell. I don't know if he's going to be how key of a feature he's going to be in it. And then Sha'Carri Richardson also seems to be a big person in the documentary as well. And I think there's going to be Usain Bolt was featured. I think Otto Bolden's in it. Just like people that are talking about the meet. Me and Aaron parts weren't aired yet, so you guys will see that. No, I'm just playing, but
I low key you might catch my head in there or something. Like my head, I'm hoping that they in the mix zone. You might see me walking back and forth. They were at New York Grand Prix last year.
yeah,
I don't know. It's possible I might be up in there.
we may be in there. They need to call us though. I'm trying to be like, we need to be the analysts on the thing, bro. We need to be the pundits. They need to come over. You feel me? Come over real quick and record something. Like, I give my opinions on this. But what do you think, man? What do you think? July 2nd. This is coming out a month before the Olympic Games, pretty much a month before the Olympic Games, especially the athletics portion starts. What is this going to do for track and field? What are your expectations for the Netflix Sprint documentary? Just this is something different that I don't think we've really seen in track ever or in a really long time. Like, to be on this high of a platform. Netflix is the biggest. To have a docuseries on Netflix is one of the biggest things that you can have. You know what I mean? Like, we remember Tiger King. We remember all these great documentaries that was that one how to get away with not how to get away with murder, but
Oh, Making a Murder.
yeah, Making a Murderer. Like, all these series that have gone F1, the F1 series, Drive to Survive
I
or
think
whatever.
we
Like,
have an opportunity. I think there's an opportunity to have the impact of like Drive to Survive because it's the Olympic year and because of one person. You can say two, but because of one, really. Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri is the draw. Let's be honest. Everybody wants to hear the Sha'Carri rags to riches story, from all of the drama to becoming a world champion and now going into the Olympics to become an Olympic champion. Everyone wants to see that. The Noah story is very compelling too. And Noah set himself up with that Peacock documentary. So you go back, you learn more about his upbringing and things like that, and his chase for the world record, and him becoming, getting the triple crown. What can he do? So I think those big stories will really play a part of it. You said Fred was in that.
I think Fred is in it. Yeah, Fred's in it. Yeah.
There's gonna be another like people that are like, yeah, like someone like a Fred Curley, like, very entertaining and fun. So I think it's a big opportunity for those athletes featured to be highlighted going into the Olympics. And we gotta get on our boy Alex in track. Y'all know him, Alexandre. He worked on this. So I would love to get him on this podcast soon for y'all, like a little bit before it launches. Because maybe he give us a little. I would love to learn more about just like how this
process.
was made and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and how did he get into that, and I don't know. I think that'd be an interesting conversation to have too.
No, for sure. I think my expectation and what I hope this brings to the sport is the same thing like Cheer brought for me. That series Cheer came out on Netflix, I believe. I don't know when was the
Oh, I remember
first
that.
season of Cheer, but when I seen Cheer, I was all like, "Dang, wait, hold on, let me watch this," because it was the same guys. This is the same dudes as that did. Uh oh my gosh. Oh, Last Chance You. They're the same guys that did that. These guys aren't the same as the Sprint documentary. But I'm seeing this and I'm all like, let me watch Cheer. Let me give this a try. And after I watch Cheer, competitive cheerleading, whole different, like it's a whole different respect that I have for that sport. It's intense, it's rough, people get hurt, it's injured, it's gritty, and like it's competitive. I hope people walk away with that the same way with track and field, with hearing their stories, with a newfound respect for this sport. And like you said, in an Olympic year, it's really perfect timing because people are already thinking about track and field. And who doesn't love the 100 meters? Like, that is the prime time event. So for people to log on, learn more about Sha'Carri Richardson, and I really learn more about a Gabby Thomas, someone that they may not know the name of at the moment. Cause like it's honestly, it's low key. I gotta wish Sydney McLaughlin was well, it's sprints, but she's low key a sprinter. You know what I mean? Like she was in this because I feel like she's like the biggest star and most recognizable 2016. But the opportunity for a Gabby Thomas who has such an incredible story, I feel like can really be the gateway for more people to learn more. Because there's gonna be a lot of people coming to
Yeah.
this, they just know Sha'Carri Richardson, they just know Noah Lyles from the NBA thing. And then they're gonna learn about Shelly
Oh
Ann
yeah.
Fraser Price, like the greatest ever. They're gonna learn
Oh my God. I
about Fred
forgot about
Curley.
that.
They're gonna
I
learn
forgot.
about Gabby. They're gonna learn about Gabby Thomas, like she has this education of Harvard and all this type of stuff, and really be putting them on game and like, dang, I really want to watch the Olympics. I really want to become invested, and then watch out for the next documentary, and then go on and on as track fans. So I'm hyped just for more people to get respect for track and field in general.
Yeah, and like it's needed, bro. It's it's needed. It kind of makes me think about the top of the show. We're talking about hold the boat, man, because we're talking about what this man deserves and stuff, and we just don't have a professional league, bro. Because if he was like you mentioned, yeah, it's like if you were all those other ones, it's like it's about the world championships and it's about the Olympics. It's not like you run these certain times and you get to enter into this league. It's like
Yeah.
so it's great that we're starting to create. It's just good to always create platforms that legitimize the athletes because that's what's frustrating about the sport is like you're the only real way you can legitimize yourself is the only way you can. Or I'm asking this question. I guess it's more rhetorical. Is the only way to legitimize yourself as an athlete by getting a sponsorship and or winning a medal? Are qualifying for a champion. What makes yourself? What makes you into a professional? Or does I don't know. That's a whole conversation to have. But
I'm not a professional, so I don't think I can have the straight opinion from it, or either of us can. But I think it really comes down to for sprinters, for sprinters, for jumpers, I think for a lot of them, they really like legitimize themselves when they make a team, even if they don't have a sponsorship, because that brings so much weight to your name. Even if you're able to make the Olympics through the relay pool, like you're a pro for the rest of your life. You're an Olympian, even if you didn't run. You know what I mean? Or if you ran one race or whatever it is, you're an Olympian. That gets you into so many different meets, especially if you're running fast enough. And like you'll have the opportunity as a jumper, a sprinter, whatever it may be. But as a distance runner, honestly, bro, there's so many ways that you can be legitimize yourself as a pro, but like you ain't making no money. You know what I mean? Because like
exactly.
but as a sprinter, like you have to be the cream of the crop, and like be the cream of the crop. You have to make it to USA's. You have to get top three at USA's. Like to be honest, you can't just like finish fifth every single year. You may not get a sponsorship or like every other year. But if you're a distance runner and you finish in eighth place and you just got a cool personality and you know people and like you inspiring the next generation, like you a professional athlete and you breaking 4 minutes in the mile, like you a professional athlete, honestly. So like I think it's low key different, to be honest.
If to me, if you run in professional races,
You're a pro.
and then you're a pro, in my opinion. And if that's what you use to like make money, but like you're a professional, regardless of how fast you are, if you're treating it as a professional. That's why I say don't like you want a sponsorship. You don't need it. You're already professional. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that to be like, okay, now I made it. It's like, no, you make it. Your goal is to be an Olympian and it's to get a medal. And that's what a brand wants to sponsor. Someone that's chasing that, not a sponsorship.
I don't think
But
I know you're not saying that's what he's saying, but I don't think that's not what
oh,
he's saying, bro. Like
that's
he's
not what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that's what he's saying, but I'm just saying that is what, if we're not careful, the media can shape that, you know? And it's just like, oh, this person's just coming on every time crying about this. We don't care about that. Like, we looking at the next person up, you know what I'm saying? We don't
yeah.
care. Can this dude win though? Like, you
I
know,
would
like
but
and I'm
Eric's
not trying to
almost
make it
different.
about him. This is a general comment. This is a
Yeah.
general
But
comment.
from like Eric too is different because I feel like there's always been stories like that. You know, where like
No, there is.
unsponsored guy makes the team and then runs kind of mediocre at the championships and then like low key falls off the face of the earth, you know? But like Hold the Bull, it's really been around since like 2020.
Is Lele sponsored yet?
She got Fendi. Or
Yeah, it took a minute, right? She
yeah.
remember she was always talking about it. She stopped talking about it and she just kept on grinding, and her time came.
Well,
You
she
know,
stopped talking about it because she got the deal. What do you mean?
no, that's not why. That's not. She started talking about it before. I mean, she
I
started
don't know.
talking about it and then it popped up.
Oh no.
But she was she was better than Hold the Boat, is what I'm saying though. She was better than him. She was like top 5 in the world at certain points.
Oh yeah, like the best in the yeah.
Yeah,
She got some times. Yeah. That's fair.
yeah.
I don't know what Eric
But
Cole's
look,
best
she
fit is.
figured out how to make it work for herself. She got Fenty somehow. I don't know. Her agent doing something. Her agent was working. That was crazy.
Making
But
calls.
I'm saying you could get a sponsorship and you be getting 15K. How much better do you feel? You know what I mean? It's like, bro, just go out here, go get these W's, go get these W's, you know, and just I don't know. I say that from a perspective of like, man, I say that out of love. Like, you know, it's a tough out here because it's like, dang, if you losing money doing this, what are you doing? Like, if you doing this, you know, you must there's you know, like you losing
You
money.
love it.
Why are you doing that to yourself? And it's because you want it more than it don't money don't matter. Money don't matter to you. Like this is your passion. So I feel for some people like that.
All right. Before we get out of here, we should talk about NCAAs a little bit, a bit. Uh, it was an exciting 3 days, 4 days, I would say. Arkansas completely dominated this 400 meter performance. One, two, three, four. I believe first time in history someone's definitely did that in the 400. When Nikisha Price, Kayla Brown, Amber Annie, and Rosie Effiong. Nikisha Price breaking the national record, running a 48.89. And then as well, they came back in the 4x4 ran 3:17. Like Arkansas, insane. And I honestly, there's no other word to really describe what they did. These women are going to be at the Olympics in some form or fashion. Kaylin Brown and Rosie Effiong, they're both American. And like, I believe they're the two fastest Americans behind Cindy McLaughlin. So Cindy McLaughlin Levrone right now, Cindy McLaughlin Levrone is not going to run the 400. So Kaylin Brown, she's a freshman. She's born in 2004. So like she's going to be on this team and she's super young. It's going to be interesting to see what she does. But there was a lot of things from NCAAs. Aaron, what stood out to you?
I'm gonna shout out that men's 800 was fire. Shane Cohen with the kick of the meat for sure. coming back in the last swinging wide, the last like 110, catching everyone. His turnover was crazy. And I'm
Why
like, yo, can that be something? Can that be something if you race right?
why is that the same? They said the last person that won 800 from Virginia, Robbie Andrews. It looks exactly the same. Like, honestly, pretty much. I haven't watched back Robbie Andrews' race, but pretty identical races. I'm pretty sure when Robbie won, it was Ryan
Yeah.
Martin, Charles Jock going out hard. The same dude. There's a guy this year going out super hard, leading it, and then a dude from Virginia just comes around last 150 to the outside and wins it all. You know what I mean? Like that's insane. That all like lines up like that.
Then you got Mackenzie Long out of Ole Miss
Oh yeah.
winning the one, winning the two, and they won the 4x1.
Bro, she
But
made
then
it. Actually, Mackenzie Long, she looked good, bro. I think she's gonna when in the first round, when she ran was the first round she ran 10-9 or she ran 10-8
yeah,
the first round. She ran
she ran
10-9, then she ran
10-9.
10-8 the second round. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, hold on, bro. Like, that's fast. Because we are talking about this offline, but no one's really running fast like that in previous years. Like, remember Sha'Carri when she ran like 10-5, like early in the season? Like, people were running crazy early in the season. We haven't been seeing that much. So, for someone to come out and run like this 2 weeks before the trials, I don't know.
Nah. I mean, because who was our team? You got Sha'Carri. I feel like,
Talking about
hold
last
up.
year, who was the team?
Yeah. Well, Melissa, you got
Gosh,
Sha'Carri,
Melissa
you
wasn't
got
on the
T.
100. She was on the relay
But I'm just
team.
thinking of the
Oh,
people that are the top with Sha'Carri, Melissa,
Aaliyah,
TT,
Aaliyah
uh,
Hobbs,
Aaliyah,
Ivy
Mackenzie
Steiner.
Long. Mackenzie Long might be able to sneak up in there. Melissa Jefferson, when she won NCAAs, she came into USA trials for Worlds and she did her thing.
I think the
I
team,
mean, she's hot right
I
now.
think the team right. Oh dang, bro. Well, we'll see how Melissa runs. It's gonna be actually hard, but I think Mackenzie Long is on the relay team. Someone may get knocked off this relay team, to be honest. But like Sha'Carri Richardson, Aaliyah Hobbs, we got Mackenzie Long, Tamari Davis as well. Can't forget about her. Melissa Jefferson, and then like Kalia Jackson, all these other women that are Dejaz, Defron as well from
She,
these colleges too. They ran
she could
fast. So
sneak in there, bro. I
yeah,
think she can make the team.
it'll be interesting.
So that'll be interesting. Also, bro, the 15 on the men's side, bro, Andy Powell, bro. This dude, they won. Washington has won the 1500 the past, like, they were saying past 4 years or something
I think
crazy.
5.
5 years? Bro,
Wait,
that's crazy.
do you think the Nico Young and Colin Salmon? Do you think they ran their best race? Like, do you think they ran that best? You think that was the
No.
correct race to run
They
for
both
them?
I remember I watched both of those races and they both made mistakes. Like Nico just went way too he just went too early and he had have any left and what's his name?
Colin?
Colin did the same thing. Like he was making a lot of, in my opinion, he was making some unnecessary moves and he was trying so hard to hold the front. And then when they came around to like 60 to go, he just didn't have any left. And that's what happened to Nico. Like he thought I this may be an errors. This is just a quick analyzation. This might be an NAU thing, but because they're in the Flagstaff and they know that they're like so strong, they go into those races like, oh, like I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna put you in this. I'm gonna lead this. I have this confidence to do this,
Mhm.
and then that leaves you open for Parker Wolf to just come around and kick you. They just did more work. When you watch back the races, Nico and Colin, they did more work than their competitors, and they paid for it. That's what I saw.
I would have wished that Colin would have made it more honest though. I think that would have helped him. Be honest, like he has
He
the
was trying to
fastest.
hold his position too much
Yeah,
instead of like you're saying, just being making it faster.
yeah. Like if you're gonna be in the front, yeah. If you're gonna be in the front and make it slow, might as well. Like, if you're gonna be in the front and like you want to like make it a kicker's race, just like go hard, running like Jacob. If you want to make it
Yeah,
slow, chill. and like let people just dictate off you and then make your move instead of like leading it.
Yeah. And that's why you saw like how that race played out. You had someone like Joe Oscom who's won before. Like that's why I feel like he won because he knew what was going on and like knew where to put himself. But for Colin, fourth place, a sophomore, first NCAA outdoors, like that definitely wasn't his best race. And like for Nico, like Parker Wolf, we gotta respect. Parker Wolf is
Yeah.
beast. Like he's a beast and he's nice too. But you gotta realize the fittest man doesn't always win. Like it's whoever runs the best race on the day.
But I do think, I don't know, I would have like, they ran a 5K at trials. I would have Nico over Parker, to be honest, because then Nico doesn't have to be the top dog. He's able to key off more people. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Nico's gonna make a team, bro, in the 5 or the 10. I just feel like he's gonna make the team. He's too good. He's too good, man.
We'll see, man. Man, hey, again, we keep on bringing up Holt the Boat, but like Holt the Boat beat Hobbs Kessler the other day, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
come on, bro. Hobbs Kessler making the team, bro. I'm not talking.
I'm just
Nico ain't running
saying,
the
like,
team.
he might make a team. He could make the team. For real.
Oh no, we'll see.
For real.
Last thing from NCAA's, bro. Juliet Whitaker, bro.
Julia Whitaker, bro. She low key got Michaela's number right now.
Facts.
Like she low key, I've seen her. I watched that race and I was like, dang, she thinks she better than her.
Why was she thinking any different? She did beat her head to head. I think.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know. Michaela tried a different strategy and it just didn't work out. It just didn't. I feel like she was trying. I don't know why she was like she ran just on like she ran more. She was running in lane 2, basically the entire first 400, and then she went to the front. I feel like that was kind of weird, but yeah, man, she's just stronger. She's stronger. Like literally, she's stronger. She has a good kick.
So, do you think that like this makes me think about Trey's race at your at SAIA? So, do you think that we're talking about the 800? Juliet is she's an 800 girl. She could go run the 15. Michaela is more of a 800 girl that go run the 4, right? So those athletes.
She runs cross though. She runs cross too. She got them there.
For sure.
Yeah.
But those are the type of athletes like they're gonna run the first lap probably at a pace that they always hit, and they're gonna go hard the third 200, and then they're gonna finish strong. So I almost feel like an athlete like Michaela, she can't waste energy going around the different spots in the race because she's gonna go fast, and she doesn't have like when you're like someone like Juliet, you got the strength to make moves to be boxed in. You don't want to be boxed in, but you be back here for a second, pop out, go in, peek in, whoop, 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 whoop. But it's just like that's what I really feel. And that's why I'm almost going back to the NAU stuff. Like they're like, oh, I got so much oxygen, I could boom, ooh, boom, 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 boom. But then they end up getting out kicked. But like I feel like that's what was the difference in that race. Is like, yeah, she ended up doing something different, and she's probably like, dang, like why am I tightening up? And it was like it may have just been a little move that you did there or there took something out of you. You know,
the way Michaela usually runs 800, I would assume Juliet has more moves like than Michaela Rose when she runs 800. When Michaela runs her perfect 800, she's only really making 2-3 moves, and she's leading from the beginning or second place, and then she's making say she makes move 500 to go, and then she's making a move at third 200, and then like last 150, last 120, she's making her last move. That's all she got. But you got to go around all these people, and then people are shuffling with you. That's like 5 different moves compared to the 3. that she usually makes, compared to Juliet, who's running the race differently a whole bunch of different
Yeah.
times. But she's always in college races, she's usually second, third place, and kind of just hanging on and doing that kick. So yeah,
It's
happy to see
interesting.
that she get that window. That was cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see just where Juliet and Michaela and Roisin, like where do they match up with a thing, Sage Herta, Nia Atkins, where how do they come back at the trials? I just feel like that team is open right now because we don't know. I mean, I think a thing's gonna be ready, of course, but we don't know what
Man,
the
I
thing
forgot
is
about a
doing.
thing.
Yeah, we don't know what a thing is doing. We know Nia Atkins is ready. Sage Herta just ran like too flat. Kate Grace on the comeback. Raven Rogers not really having the best season that she wants. I don't like. Maybe we can start ending the podcast with this. I just feel like this Olympic year is weird. It's just like the last Olympic year we had was during COVID, and it was just like, okay, when they get there, they race. And now we've been blessed with worlds. And I don't know, during these world championship years, it just feels like people are racing a lot, running faster earlier. This year is like, of course, yes, in the 5K a couple weeks ago, people ran 12:36. It was crazy. Noah just ran 19:77. But I just feel like we just waiting for the trials, man. We just waiting for the
Yeah.
trials, and then the seasons we could get started. We could start playing around, having some fun.
Yeah, because I think it's just the sprinters, huh? Because we still have the 10 earlier this year, and we saw great times, especially like when Nico broke the NCAA record. We saw great times then at the 10. But just the sprinters haven't been running faster as usual. Like when Trayvon Bromell opened up the season running 9.7,
Yeah,
and these guys and the girls, they're just running amazing times in March, April, and we're like, can they hold this on? But it seems everybody's dialed back a little bit and like saving their best for last. We do have a month after after the trials, really until the Olympics, so that helps out a little bit. But it definitely is a little bit different. But also be able to focus on competition a little bit more too. And also too, you gotta factor in we had indoor worlds. So
that's true.
that could have been a little bit of a difference. A lot of people were focusing up at that cycle of indoor worlds. So not much people are just coming straight out swinging as usual compared to like last year where we didn't have indoor worlds. So it definitely has been a different season, but I think we're in the thick of it now. Like with NCAAs just happening, all the pros are on notice now. We know where they're at. They know where they're at now, how these athletes are gonna match up. Low key, we about to see some high school runners run at Brooks PR Nike Outdoor Nationals this week, and some of them are gonna go into the Olympic trials ready to run too, and pros are gonna know where they're at too. And then the pros at the trials the week after that it's gonna be exciting stuff. Everyone will come correct.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be a good summer. It's gonna be a good summer. I'm excited for Paris. I'm excited to be at the trials. So, and if you're gonna be at the trials, remember me and Joshua, we are gonna have an event at the trials and trivia. So, if you're a real one, you're gonna be at Eugene. Remember, I believe on the 26th of June. It's during the off day. Make sure y'all come through. Cold Fire Brewing. I'm just gonna keep on putting the fillers out there, but just so we could have a couple real ones come through.
We go. There we go. We'll see y'all next week on the podcast. Go out for a run today, man. Set a goal. Set a goal for yourself. Sub 15 coming soon on the 5K for me. Let's get it. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir.